Why is my PS4 controller flashing?
The simplest way I've heard the solution described when it blinks white is to plug it in, and once it is blue, unplug.
What does a blinking white mean?
A DualShock controller blinking white means the battery is dying and it needs to be charged.
I wonder how you check for that before it starts flashing.
Hit the PS button to see the battery icon.
I've heard the blinking could mean issues other than the charging issue.
It could be blinking because it is trying to connect to the PlayStation 4.
This isn't a case of the controller trying to connect to a console but it too far from home to communicate, or the console is locked up in a metal cabinet.
It could be blinking if it is not paired with a console.
It isn't brand new, and it has been paired with the console.
That doesn't mean a software glitch didn't mess it up or brain wiping the console made it forget. Sony recommends pairing it with the console by plugging the DualShock controller with a USB cable and powering the PS4 up via the power button.
That works well if that method worked. Sometimes it doesn't.
It is the only method that works if this is your only DualShock controller.
I've used wireless pairing methods with my controllers before, so I know the option works.
DualShock controllers are Bluetooth devices, and so you can pair them wirelessly. If someone else is using a lot of Bluetooth bandwidth in your area, it could interfere with that wireless controller, causing the controller to blink.
How would I restart the wireless controller connection if it lost it or I need to recreate it?
Go to the console menu option list, pick Settings, Devices, Bluetooth devices. If it sees other wireless controllers, you can try the wireless method, and if not, go wired.
Let's assume it remembers that it has wireless connections with other controllers. I really don't want to have to look for that cable or buy a new controller to get a cable.
New unpaired devices will show up in the list but won't have the green or gray dot next to them to show it has a connection.
That's how I know the controller blinking is due to the fact it isn't recognized by the console.
You would pair the blinking controller with the console by pushing in and holding simultaneously the PS button and sharing button.
The PS button is obvious. Which one is the sharing button?
It is the small black oval button in the upper left labeled Share, though it isn't one you regularly press, so you might not notice it.
How long do I hold them down for?
About 5 seconds, long enough for the light bar to strobe.
In that case, I'd know why the controller light was flashing.
When the light double strobes quickly, the thing is in a pairing state. If it flashes slowly, it is trying to connect, and once it stops flashing, repeat the process again to get them to pair.
How can I tell when it worked?
Look at the screen and see if the green or gray dot shows next to what was previously an unpaired device.
And if it flashes for other reasons, now I can see if the PS4 thinks it is due to a bad battery or some other reason.
And reboot and update the software now that the controller is connected so you can eliminate all the other tech support solutions left short of contacting tech support.